Welcome back, everyone. Federal bureaucrats have been granted an outrageous perk, according to the Daily Telegraph. Department secretaries who buy a home in Canberra can pass the entire stamp duty bill onto taxpayers.
Stamp duty. You're paying for someone else's stamp duty. Let's get on today's take on this. With Nines, Ross Greenwood, the G-Up, and commentator Shelly Horton. G-Up. So many Aussies are trying to get into the market.
Right.
OK, stamp duty is outrageous in this country.
Yeah, sure.
Why should these so-called, quote-unquote, not my words, fat cats be any different?
Why is this outrageous? Do we not want the very best people running our public service in Australia?
But it's a public service.
Not on our time.
Sure.
Don't.
Do we not want to attract them to Canberra? Many of those might be living in Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, other places. If they're to relocate and go there, wouldn't we give them every incentive to go and work for the Australian public, to run our public service, these massive departments worth billions of taxpayer dollars? And as a result of that, if that means helping them to get their house to be an incentive to go to Canberra, why wouldn't you do it? In other words, it's about...
It's because he sounds like he makes sense.
I know.
He sounds like...
Where does that not make sense?
He
Why are
sounds
we
like he
paying
makes
so
sense,
much?
but you know what? You're not making sense.
Why not?
Because what we want is people who are actually serving our country, who want to take part and who want to contribute. We do not want people who don't understand or relate to what it's like paying stamp duty.
Stop.
We don't understand it.
Shelley,
they don't then understand what it's
you're
like
a very
for
talented
Aussies.
communicator. You should work for the public service. You should go to Canberra and do all of this.
I don't want to live in Canberra.
Okay, right. Now,
you couldn't pay me to live in Canberra.
So as a result, therefore, stop, you've just answered the question. You've just answered the question. Because therefore, if we paid your stamp duty, you might start to think about it.
No, I wouldn't.
Now, you see what I'm saying now? You've got to attract people to every job. And so as a result, you've just answered my question as to why you're offering these incentives.
Answered your question.
Can you see why this annoys people
Oh,
so much?
totally. I can see why it
Not
annoys
only
people.
is the level of stamp duty that we're paying, you know, it's an outrageous figure now, given the cost of housing.
Sure.
And now we're paying for public servants' stamp duty.
I understand.
As well. So
I understand
you see why people get
That's
really
right.
annoyed.
You can't tell me that this is okay when we don't have enough money for schools and we don't have enough money in health. This is, to me, an absolute waste.
Remember what we're talking about here is a particular Sydney problem and Melbourne problem, and to a lesser extent Brisbane problem.
That's half the country.